Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are on the Bitcoin index chart on the 5 minute. This is where we're at now. Now, we had been, last video this morning, we were finding support here along the orange, this thick orange line, which is a long line of support that goes very, very, very far back. And it also is bottom of one of many triangles we're consolidating in, which come to a vertex at the around the time of the FOMC meeting on June 13th, 14th, those dates. And here, the shorters or whoever out there is taking full advantage of this sideways market, dropping us down, shorting us down to the lowest levels possible without uh, causing a complete breakdown of our bullish trend here. And where did they take us down? They took us down to this green line here, which is the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel. And we bounced off of there and are currently squeaking our way up here. As high as we can go before they do something like that again. Now, well, at some point, we will shoot back up to the top of the consolidation pattern. Um, and whenever we move through the middle, we tend to move quickly from one end to the other, from the top to the bottom, and vice versa. So here you can see on the daily chart here, on a cleaner chart, this is the Gaussian channel on the daily time frame, and this is today. We wicked right down to the bottom. Let's zoom in on that. Yep, wicked right down to the bottom of the channel, and currently coming back up off that. Uh, Probably come up to the center line, something like that. Continue our consolidation here into our big meetings here: CPI number release, PPI number release, FOMC meeting, Hinman document release. It's all coming to whatever there. Now, so that's that. And in the previous video, I said I would show you the bottom of all the markets, and I forgot about it by the time the video ended. So here we are. Here's the S&P on a weekly basis, going back to 1983. Is that as far back as that? No. Yep. Going back to Yep. Oh well, I went more farther back than that. Oh, you know what? I think it reset itself when it just reset itself. Oh my God, I went really far back. Wow. Anyway, here's a trend line that goes back to 1935, and what's back here? Oh, a bunch of little dots. Space dust. Anyway, I tried to make this trend line go through the middle, catching as much price action as I could. I tried to be as fair as I could about it. Here's the 80s. I tried to get a lot of consolidation right on the line. This is a .com era in our dump. So this is our exuberance in our dump back down to the line, and then we had a nice recovery there. Here's the mortgage crisis, and then our climb back up from that. Then we kind of just held right along the line here, and here's COVID, and here is The all the money they gave us, all the free money they gave us, and now we dump it back down to the line, and this is a parallel channel that we're trading in, which will bring us right back along the line to continue on our trend line. Now let me zoom out or zoom in, and here you can see after our pump with all that free money, and our dump with all the tightening. And what is this date here? October 10th. And then we reversed. Same thing on the NASDAQ. I have this big long trend line. It goes way, way, way up. This one only goes to 1986. This is, this is the NASDAQ, right? Wait, which is which here? S&P is the 500, and the NASDAQ is the 100, yeah, and then the Dow is the 30. So, same thing here, big dot, you get the idea. I tried to capture as much as I could of this trend line. And here is our big money, all the free money they gave us. And then our dump back to the line. Now, this one is very interesting, or is it the Dow that was interesting? This is kind of interesting too. But here we are, October 10th. And that was the bottom of the market. And we've been in our bull market since then, our recovery market. And the Dow, same thing. This goes all the way back to the 1930s. And same thing here. All our markets are following their nice trend line. Same thing here with the dot bomb, mortgage crisis, and our free money and our dump back down. Let's zoom in. And here we have, what is this right here? That does not look like October. It's September 26th. There's October 10th. Yep. So with the Dow, kind of had this double bottom here. How about the NASDAQ? Kind of. Anyway, so these double bottoms, these markets kind of look similar to, not on that, not on that. Where am I? Oh, geez, I don't know. Well, who knows? You know what? I think I erased that one. But it looks similar. Let me go to an hourly view here. Oh, boy. There we go. Okay, here we go. They look similar to our double bottom here. Reversal. And that's why I believe that we're going this way. Oh, you know what? I'm glad I pulled this up because so we did come down to here. This is where we bounced off of this is where we bounced off of the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel right here. Now, we still could come down here. I like that we did bounce off of that. That's very bullish. But the Gaussian channel isn't hard and fast. We wick through it sometimes. So technically we could come down to about 26,250 and still maintain this reversal trend here, following this line here. As long as we stay above this line, we're still maintaining that reversal pattern. Although we don't have to come down here. And actually, we could come all the way down to probably here, 25,750 or so, and still be trading in this bull flag pattern. Uh, anyway, just saying we could come down more. Don't be scared if we do. But this looks really nice what we're doing so far. And I did those. Now it's the end of the month. So what do we have here? Here we have the accumulation distribution, which is very, very interesting. And I don't think I've gone over this in the past, but on the Eric Crown Crypto channel, he has marked off, oh, like these little X's here. He's gone over it more in depth. What did these little red X's mean? Anyway, you can watch his channel about that. He explains all that, and it marks bottoms. I think the next month after the X or something. I don't know. It marks the bottoms, and when we've had a change in the change in the slope here at the bottom of the accumulation distribution is when the bull market begins, or the end of the bear market, the beginning of the bull, which did happen here in February or January actually, but it was confirmed in February. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to point out here. What I wanted to point out is the slope of the accumulation distribution um, lines here. And with the print of our May month here, you can see that the slope has gotten steeper here. We had a lot of accumulation in the month of May, believe it or not. So everyone who's selling and fudding out the worst case scenario pattern that I said could happen is playing out, and people are just getting bored the hell out of the market, and other people are sucking up their coins, and you will not get them back. I mean, time is running out for you to get them back. Of course, you could right now, but it's the sale is not going to go on for very much longer, especially I believe once we cross into the green, once we get green, shortly after that is when we start going parabolic within a few months. I think I'm going to sneeze here. Um, but okay, so this is getting steeper. And what I want to point out is what has happened in the past here. See the slope of this line? It's pretty consistent, and it's got a nice steep slope to it, and it pulled us out of our bear market at this slope. And the strength of this accumulation was able to pull us out of our bear market. The strength of this accumulation currently is pulling us out of our bear market. Here, note the slope is not as steep as 2015 and currently. And what happened? The slope is not as steep, yet price increased dramatically, much greater than we're currently doing and much greater than we did in 2015-16. And as a result, we crashed back down even before COVID happened. So price outran the slope of the accumulation distribution and wasn't able to maintain it. It was unhealthy. This is healthy back here in 2015-16. This is healthy here. And our slope here is getting steeper than it was back in 2015-16. And arguably, because I pulled this purple line, these slopes from back here, and I copied it and carried it over here. Arguably, we're not going up as steeply as we did in 2015-16, so we should see a big correction in price very soon to get us back up to at least the same as this slope, if not more, because this is steeper than before. So I wanted to point that out to you, and this is nice and positive here. Okay, so that's that. Oh, and then because I did the trend lines on the other one, I just drew a trend line here on the Bitcoin long time chart. But it's not the same as the other ones. It should be the same, right? But we kind of really grew really fast and are kind of finding our slope pattern. Now, what is really interesting when I researched uh, what happened in China, because I'm fairly new to the crypto market. I've only been around for a little over a year. I was not here during the bull run last time. So um, I was wondering if the Chinese people and Hong Kong people possibly had a bunch of coins that they got stuck with because China banned crypto. And so I looked up and see what happened. And this little dip we had is when China banned crypto. May and June, they started telling everybody, you know what, we're going to stop you from doing all this stuff. You better get rid of your coins or you're going to be stuck with them. And that was in May and June of 21, and that's when we had this dump. Had that not happened, because China was what they were saying is very a big influence in the crypto market, and a lot of mining and stuff was done in China. Had they not done that, I'm sure we would have had our run continue higher here to over 100,000, maybe 140,000 or so, where this little X is. Um, Possibly. So this trend line, we may start seeing a trend line forming, being able to start forming one on the Bitcoin chart. We got our nice little dips here, nice little dips here. It's a big dip here, and I think that's because we did not hit this high. Had we hit this high, this dip might be not as deep. So just see what happens. Here's our trend lines from the uh, first stage of the bear and the explosive stage. I mean, bull. First stage of the bull and the explosive stage of the bull. And I've copied them over here. So that's like the end of 24 right there. And that's close to $1 million, $750,000 to $1 million over there. So hold on to your bitcoins, people. It's going to be a fun ride. Maybe kind of boring right now in the near term, but a year's not a year. A year and a few months. In a year we're going to see. Oh man, we're going to see a lot bigger things than we're seeing now. It's going to go by quickly. What else? Is there anything else I was going to say? I was going to say something else, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Still going upwards here on the 5-minute chart. I love the 5-minute chart. All right. Uh, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you will be alerted to when I have a new exciting video coming out. And see you next time.